Part 37. Hinata JoJo's Bizarre Konoha Adventure. Author, Chaos Theory. Chapter 367. Trash, Hinata Hizu cursed inwardly. Where are you, Hinata Mizu? Hinata Hizu looked at Hyuga Mizu again. He. Hinata Shui smiled playfully and looked not serious. Master Rizu, she is so powerful, it's better for you to deal with her. Anyway, it will be for nothing if I go. Hinata Hizushi's expression softened a little, but he always felt that there was something wrong with Hinata Hizushi's words. This Hinata Hikari is invincible at her level. Fighting her is just looking for abuse. Why can't you recognize this? From Hinata Shui's point of view, he couldn't defeat Hinata Hikaru anyway, so he might as well just do it. Hinata dug her ears, looking like a dead pig that was not afraid of being scalded by boiling water. Is it embarrassing to lose to Hinata Hikaru? It's really embarrassing. After all, the other person is a 10-year-old kid. But it's okay, anyway, there is a group of people accompanying him to lose. What's more, he will calm down after losing a few more times. Hyuga Shui, who lost to Hinata Hikari one after another, was no longer a question of doubting his life. But, gave up treatment. In today's competition, the Zone family has lost all face. It doesn't matter whether Hinata Hikaru takes action or not, Hinata Hikari's actions prove everything. The branch family is no weaker than the Zone family. And Hyuga Hikaru also opened the door to a new world for the tribesmen present. It turns out that you can be so strong without using soft fist. The people of the branch families are much less jealous of the clan. There were Genin, Shuyunin, Jounin. Hinata can exchange physical scrolls by completing tasks, and they can do the same, maybe. The eyes of each branch family member flashed, and they were ready to rush to the scroll storage room immediately after the competition to exchange for some Konoha fluid techniques to practice their skills. The status of Roquan has plummeted. At least, that's how it is in the minds of the separated family members. Hinata can become stronger through other taijutsu, so, they can too. If they were not discouraged before because they could not learn the special skills of the clan, now, the people of the branch clan are full of hope for the future. It is no longer bleak, but there is a feeling of seeing the sun through the clouds. Quack. How about it? Does anyone else take action? If no one takes action, this leader will assume that the clan has lost. Hinata glanced at the scene, and a group of boys and girls lying on the ground got up in embarrassment, either leaving alone or helping each other. The face of the Zone family was wiped away. Hikaru Hinata. At this moment, there was a loud shout. It's the sun that's opening to the wind. After regaining consciousness, his facial muscles twitched. There was no other reason. After diagnosis by the clan's medical ninja, his son, Hinata Kazuma might not recover for 10.5 days. Although the injury was not serious, it was hard to describe. It's so embarrassing, I'm afraid I will be treated as a laughing stock for the rest of my life. You are a member of the branch family and you are full of nonsense. Hinata stretched out her finger towards Fenkai, quite aggressively. Hinata Hizushi frowned. He was about to go on stage, but stopped to see what Hinata Fukakai was going to say. You are lawless and have no respect for the Zone family at all. A branch family like you is already lawless. How will you be able to deal with it in the future? Maybe the Zone family will be overtaken by you. Hiss. Hinata Fenkai's words immediately made everyone in the branch family feel an inexplicable coldness. He was clearly trying to put a big hat on Hinata's bald head. Hinata Hikaru is indeed arrogant, but it was clearly his son Hinata Kazuma who provoked Hinata Hikaru first. Hinata Kazuma, he was preparing to avenge his private revenge. Okay, Fenkai, Hinata Hikaru is just a child. Hinata Rishin suddenly spoke. As the leader of the clan, he naturally wanted to come out to smooth things over. However, Hinata Fenkai didn't seem to buy his face at all. Master Patriarch. You can't treat her just because she is just a child. Today there is one Hyuga Hikari, and tomorrow there will be another Hyuga Hikari. If this continues, how can the majesty of the clan be maintained? After that, he turned his gaze and looked at Hinata again. Hikaru Hinata, do you know you were wrong? Everyone looked at each other, some didn't know what to do. At this moment, the branch Jounin immediately stepped forward and came to Hinata Hikari's side. Hyuga Hikaru, apologize quickly. The branch Jounin was anxious, knowing that if Hinata Hikaru gave a bad answer, things would develop in a more serious direction. And all of this is because of him. If he hadn't encouraged Hinata and used the scroll to lure him, how could Hinata have ended up in this situation? They are both part of the family. If he doesn't help Hinata Hikari, who will he help? However, Hinata Hikaru directly slapped away the hand extended by the branch Jounin. Humph! Hinata Hikaru's little face was full of sarcasm. What's wrong with this leader? Afterwards, under the horrified gazes of everyone, Hinata Hikaru stretched out her finger and pointed at Hinata Fenkai's nose. You old guy, isn't it just because this leader beat your son, do you want to take the opportunity to take revenge? Only the clan family is allowed to bully the branch family, but the branch family is not allowed to resist. What is the logic? Hinata Hikaru was not convinced. Oh, too young. Hearing Hinata Mitsuru's rebellious speech, the branch Jounin sighed repeatedly. He knew that this time, there was no room for turning back. Hinata Hikaru is very young, I should say young, less than 10 years old. However, being young has the advantage of being young, that is, having willful capital. When you get older and enter the shooting club, you will become more tactful and accidental, which is also known as the wisdom of life. But Hinata Hikaru, doesn't want any wisdom in life. She just wants to distinguish right from wrong and black and white. Presumptuous! Hinata Fenkai shouted loudly, veins popped out on his flushed face, looking like he was going to eat Hinata Hikari alive. You are naturally rebellious and arrogant. Today you dare to point your nose and scold me, and tomorrow you dare to scold the patriarch. Everyone gasped again. This is the second biggest hat Hinata Kaze has given to Hinata Hikaru. The ability to turn small things into big things and big things into funerals, probably only this kind of old guy who is steeped in politics and has been scheming for a long time has it. Darkness, deep darkness. The boys and girls present saw for the first time the filth hidden within the Hyuga clan. Today Hinata Fenkai can give Hinata Hikari a big hat, and tomorrow she can give them a big hat. Many branch families can't help but feel disappointed in the Zone family. This is the Hyuga clan, the Hyuga who boasts that he is the strongest clan. Many people couldn't help but have a thought in their hearts, is such a clan worthy of their protection? Lord Fenkai. The branch Jounin's throat trembled, and he seemed to be squeezing out these words with all his strength. However, Hyuga Fenkai ignored him at all, but pointed directly at Hinata Hikari and said, today, on behalf of the Hyuga clan, I will destroy you. The whole place was silent. Everyone seemed to be shocked by Hinata Fenkai's words. For the Hyuga clan, it is very simple to destroy a person. As long as the meridians of the human body are destroyed, all the ninja skills will disappear without a trace. This is a trick that only the Hyuga clan can use. Hinata JoJo's Bizarre Konoha Adventure. Author, Chaos Theory. Chapter 368. And Hinata Fukakai said, that he wanted to abolish Hinata Hikaru. Among the crowd, Ri Xiangxiao frowned, but then he seemed to notice something. He sneered and said unceremoniously, you'd better put away what you just said. What? Hinata Fenkai wanted to see who was so bold as to ask him to take back what he said. When he looked over, he found that it was Ri Xiangxiao who spoke. Hinata Fenkai was stunned for a moment. Ri Xiangxiao and he belonged to the same clan, of course, and more importantly, Ri Xiang Xiao's master. But, this matter. Ri Xiang Xiao, it's useless even if you beg for mercy, I will destroy this rebellious little bastard today. Oh? Haha, who are you going to destroy? A penetrating cold voice suddenly came from the entrance. Then, a figure walked in. Then, two more figures. The person walking at the front had long black hair, white pupils, and a face that was smiling but not smiling. He walked very slowly, and there was no doubt that the person who just spoke was this strong man. The eyes of everyone in the dojo were focused on him for an instant. Lord Liang Chen. When the tribesmen saw this figure, they couldn't help but shout. And Hinata Fenkai frowned. This good day for Hinata had not come sooner or later, so why did it come at this time? And, the two children behind him, Namikaze Minato and Namatsu, were naturally caught for peeping, and they were brought in without any temper. Now, they were following Hinata Yoshiharu obediently. Namikaze Minato smiled dryly and waved towards Hinata Hikaru. This small gesture failed to attract anyone else's attention, because, everyone's eyes were focused on Hinata Yoshitatsu. The second strongest man in the Hyuga clan put his hands in each other's cuffs and walked slowly step by step. Hinata Fenkai, I'm asking you something. Hinata Yoshitomo turned his gaze to Hinata Fenkai and said coldly. There seemed to be a half-smile on his face. Generally speaking, Hinata Yoshitatsu gave people a serious and unsmiling look, but once he smiled, it meant someone was going to be unlucky. Brother Liang Tatsu, this Hinata Hikaru is a branch of the family and is treasonous. Hinata Fenkai changed his previous domineering appearance and spoke to Hinata Ryotatsu very politely. This move left many tribesmen puzzled. All this is because Hinata Yoshitatsu is usually too low-key. Basically, Hinata Ryotatsu rarely shows up, and when he does, he looks fierce, even harsher than the clan leader Hinata. So over and over again, what everyone remembers more than his strength, is Hinata Yoshitatsu's style. But, they don't know the power of Hinata Ryoharu, but Hinata Fenkai does. Oh. Hinata Yoshitatsu replied calmly. So, are you going to destroy this kid? As he spoke, his eyes turned to Hinata. Be patient and don't be impatient. He gave Hinata Hikari such a look. After that, he turned his attention back to Hinata Fenkai. That's right, Brother Liang Chen. Hinata Fenkai nodded repeatedly and pointed at Hinata Hikari. Sooner or later, this traitor will cause disaster. So, who gave you the qualifications to destroy her? Who do you think you are? Hinata Yoshiaki's tone changed, becoming extremely sharp, and he slowly lowered his hands in his sleeves. Hinata Fenkai's heart suddenly trembled when he heard Hinata Ryotatsu's rebuke, and his arrogant face became extremely ugly. After hearing what Hinata Yoshitatsu said, he knew that something was going to happen. According to Hinata Yoshitatsu's temper when he was young. Thinking of the horror of being dominated by Hinata Ryoharu in the past, Hinata Fenkai couldn't help but sweat on his forehead, and even his body couldn't help but tremble. And all this was because Hinata Yoshiaki was angry. Your son made a mistake first. Hinata Hikari just taught him a lesson. Why did he make a mistake? It's clear that the Mingzone family's skills are not as good as others, but you have the idea of persecution. What's your intention? If you want to punish the clan members, it should be discussed and agreed by everyone. You are neither the clan leader nor Hinata Hikaru's parents. What right do you have to destroy her? Every time Hinata Yoshitatsu spoke, he took a step forward and his tone got a little higher. By the end, his voice was like thunder. Those sharp eyes stared at Hinata Fenkai, who subconsciously took a few steps back. Drink! Hinata Yoshiaki shouted lowly. The next moment, a storm swept over the place. That was the airflow generated by the chakra in Hinata Yoshitatsu's body. At this moment, everyone present looked at the scene in horror. With this chakra alone, Hyagariya Haru is enough to become one of the strongest members of the Hyaga clan. Snapped. There was a slight sound, and a terrifying white light emitted from Hinata Yoshitatsu's Byakugan with exposed veins in an instant. It was Byakugan pressure. A terrifying aura appeared on Hinata Yoshiharu. The next moment, he stepped on his right foot and jumped into the air. Return to heaven, Hinata Fenkai didn't even think about it, and immediately used his strongest defensive method, the Hyaga clan's special skill, to return to heaven. Compared to the Kaiten used by the younger generation, Hinata Fenkai's Kaiten was like a tornado. However, despite such a violent storm, Hinata Ryaharu just struck out with one palm. Boom! A transparent vacuum shockwave shot out from Hinata Yoshihito's palm, tearing the air apart at a speed exceeding the speed of sound. The roar of a sonic boom came from the air, and with the power of a palm, everyone's hearing was taken away. It's Bagwa Kongjang. The clansmen who subconsciously covered their ears looked at the scene in shock. But the next moment they were denying it. Because, Bagwa Kongjang has never been able to create an area as large as a giant wall. It was clearly, a giant vacuum hand with a diameter of more than several meters. Namikaze Minato, have you ever seen a palm technique that falls from the sky? Yasong stared at the scene dumbfounded. And Namikaze Minato was also stupid. Hinata Hikaru is not much better, she has a small mouth, wide eyes, and a cute look. Bagwa Kongbijang. The upgraded version of the Bagwa Kongbai palm, which will be upgraded when its strength reaches a certain level, was shot out by Hinata Yoshitoshi. Generally speaking, Bagwa Kongbijang requires two hands to output with double the power. However, Hinata Yoshitatsu did this with just one arm. In Hinata Hikari's consciousness, this move is like the 18 dragon subduing palms, or like the Tathagata divine palm. But no matter what, it exploded. Boom! The condensed chakra ball hit the rotating chitin with a palm, and a terrifying loud noise was accompanied by strong winds that swept in all directions. A black shadow was thrown up like a cannonball, and after drawing a straight line in the air, it suddenly crashed into the ground. Hinata fell gently to the ground, the smoke dispersed, and in the distance, a miserable figure sunk into a large crater was revealed. You are listening to Novels at Bless Up channel. Wish you happiness and luck. Please subscribe to receive new novels. How do you feel about this novel? Please like and leave a comment. Hinata JoJo's Bizarre Konoha Adventure. Author, Chaos Theory. Chapter 369. Hinata Fukai used the clan's strongest defensive secret technique, Kaishin, and was actually instantly killed by the power of a palm. How incredible this is! You know, Hyaga Fukai is a jonin of the Hyaga clan. And the fact that Hyaga Yoshitatsu can kill him so easily, shows that Hinata Yoshitatsu's strength is at least that of an elite jonin, no, even one step into the cage level. Only in this way can we explain the scene just now. The jonin is very strong, very strong. Even in the entire Konoha, there are only a few hundred jonin. However, it makes no sense to face Hinata Yoshitatsu who has just 1 foot into the cage level, maybe even already the cage level. Only food can be delivered. Totally not an opponent on the same level. Under the shocked gazes of everyone, Hinata Liangchen flicked his sleeves and snorted coldly. Afterwards, Hinata turned around and looked at everyone. And everyone looked at him with deep awe. Unexpectedly, oh Hinata, actually have such a master? Hinata Ryaharu didn't look at Hinata Fukai who was trapped in the pit at all, but looked around at everyone. We, the Hyaga clan, have been responsible for protecting the Byakugan clan since thousands of years ago. However, with the changes of the times, some scum have appeared. Hinata Yoshiaki turned his eyes and looked at the Zone family's team. The Hyaga clan protects the Byakugan, and it can only be the Byakugan. But there are some people in the Zone family who put the cart before the horse, putting the Zone family above White Eyes, and using the name of the Zone family to dominate. Tell me, if you didn't have your white eyes, what else would you have worth protecting? No one in the Zone family spoke. Either they are convinced, or they are not convinced, but regardless of whether they are convinced or not, they have to hold it in. The reference for what will happen if you don't hold it back is the one who fell in the pit and hasn't gotten up yet. If you are a good person, you will get more help, but if you are not a good person, you will have little help. If the clan family continues to be as arrogant as today, aren't you afraid that the branch family will have a rebellious heart? Perhaps you think that the clan family has a caged bird activation technique that can punish the branch family at any time. Family, but have you ever thought about it? If the separated family is really annoyed, how can they be afraid of a small A-level curse seal? Those who are barefoot are not afraid of those who wear shoes. Maybe the Hyuga clan didn't have such a person before, but maybe there will be in the future. And all of this depends on the degree to which the Zone family forces the family to separate. The more serious the persecution is, the more branch family members will become rebellious. The number of branch families is more than 10 times that of the clan family. After hearing what Hinata Yoshitatsu said, the Jonins on the clan side smiled bitterly. Elder Liang Chen, it is indeed the fault of the clan today. In the future, we will compensate the branch family. No need, I can just make up for it myself. Hinata Yoshitatsu's voice was still calm, and then he looked towards the branch. Before the last patriarch passed away, he gave me the responsibility of eliminating the evil villains. I am also responsible for this matter. It is due to lack of supervision. Tomorrow, I will teach you the Zone family's Bagwazang to make up for the weakness of Raquin Bagwazang's lack of long-range enemy control. As soon as Hinata Ryutatsu finished speaking, the branch family cheered. The original resentment towards the Zone family was wiped away because of Hinata's fairness and justice. They all looked excited and excited. Hinata Fenkai was flattened into a pig's head, correcting the status of the branch family. You can also learn the unique skills of the Zone family. What a joy this is! Didn't see it? Just now, Elder Yoshitatsu slapped Hinata Fenkai blindly with his palm. In the eyes of everyone in the branch family, Bagwa Kongjang is a much more powerful move than Huishin. Okay, if you have nothing to do, just stop here today and let's all disperse. Hinata waved his hand, and everyone cheered, pouring out of the dojo like a tide. This competition between the main family and the branch family ended in an anticlimactic manner. The excitement of being able to learn Bagwa Kongjang completely replaced the previous focus on the family competition. Everyone in the branch family is looking forward to that moment. Hinata Hikaru noticed Namikaze Minato and Nasomatsu who shouldn't be here. Namikaze Minato, why are you here? Namikaze Minato scratched his head repeatedly, with a dry smile on his face, sweat dripping down his forehead, and he didn't know what to say at all. It can't be said that we were peeping outside and were caught by the sharp-eyed elder Liang Chen. It doesn't sound good or look good when said. Those who didn't know better thought it was two lustful brats spying on the beauties of the Hyuga clan. Simply, Hinata Hikaru did not embarrass Namikaze Minato and Namatsu. Hikari, your two teammates are young and promising. Hinata Yoshitatsu said meaningfully, not sure whether he was praising or mocking. But Namikaze Minato understood one thing very early. That is, the elder of the Hyuga family is black when cut open. Okay, Hikaru Hinata, take your friends to visit the mansion of our Hyuga clan. Hinata Yoshitatsu watched Hinata Hikari and others leave the dojo. Brother Liang Chen, I'm sorry for bothering you this time. Behind him, the voice of Hinata Hiten, the leader of the Hyuga clan came. Hinata Yoshitatsu turned around and looked at the clan leader. It's okay, I have no children anyway, and a barefoot man is not afraid of a man wearing shoes. It turned out that this incident was premeditated. It has been more than 20 years since the first ninja war ended. Over the past 20 years, a lot of grievances and resentments have accumulated between the clan family and the branch families. The clan family members have their nostrils turned upward and do not treat the branch family members as human beings. The branch family members were dissatisfied and held a grudge against the clan family members. If this matter is not handled properly, the Hyuga clan will face the crisis of genocide. Although Hyuga Yoshitatsu and Hyuga Hiten can defeat everyone from Shi together, the problem is, their duty is to continue the clan and protect the Byakugan, not to kill all the Hyuga clan. They are not Uchiha, so they just like to fight among themselves. The opportunity for this incident was to kick off the family competition. Hinata Liangchen took the opportunity to knock on the Zone family. That's right, it's not the branch family that's being beaten this time, but the clan family. This is something that no one knows except Hinata Yoshitomo and Hinata Hiten. In this plan, Hinata Yoshitatsu is responsible for playing the bad guy. Hinata Rishin is responsible for playing the good guy and playing the good guy. The final result was that the Zone family was subdued and divided to resolve their grievances. Therefore, if Hinata Fankai is so arrogant, Hinata will pretend to be indifferent. The reason is to wait for Hinata's appearance. It sounds like the characters of Hiruzen Sarutobi and Danzo Shimura. But in fact, it's too good to be true. And all of this is because of the sunlight. Neither Hinata Hikaru nor Hinata Ryutatsu expected that Hinata Hikaru would arouse the scene to such an extent. Whether it's the aggressive face of the Zone family or the resentment of the separated families, it's completely clear. The plan that was originally designed with great effort was completed easily. First, he beat Hinata Fankai violently. While getting rid of the cancer in the clan, he also gave face to the branch family. Let the branch family vent their anger. Then he made a declaration to clarify the positions of the main family and the branch families. While beating the clan family, he also improved the human rights of the branch families. Finally, use the Bagua empty palm as an inducement to calm down the heart of the separated family. And all of this was Hinata's improvisation, and this was not the original plan. Hinata JoJo's Bizarre Konoha Adventure. Author, Chaos Theory. Chapter 370. Hinata Fankai insisted on jumping out to die, just in time to shoot the first bird, and became the representative of being beaten violently. Hinata couldn't help but sigh. Hinata Hikaru is really a magical child. Brother Liang Chen, I believe that the clan will maintain harmony for a long time in the future. Ah! Hinata Yoshido put his hands inside his sleeves and walked with Hinata Raiten. Now is the Second Ninja World War, and it is the moment when the main family and branch families need to work together. Use heavy codes in troubled times. There is nothing that can be done about it. If the Hyuga clan declines or even becomes extinct because of their careless management, then they will become the eternal sinners of the Hyuga clan. But Hinata Rishin slowed down slightly and changed the subject. Brother Liang Chen, the way you were angry just now didn't look like you were pretending. Hinata Hikaru seems to be smiling but not smiling, which refers to the scene where Hikari Hikaru was angry when Hikari Hikaru said he wanted to abolish Hikari. It wasn't exactly an act, but it seemed like he was really angry. For that child Hinata Hikari. Master Patriarch, you must have read it wrong, Hinata Yoshitatsu said seriously. Oh, yes, I saw it wrong, Hinata nodded, showing an expression that I understood. The family competition is over, although it is a pity that we did not see Hinata Hisashi and Hinata Hikaru fight. But it was still difficult for everyone to calm down. I am afraid that they will never forget that little figure who contradicted Hinata Fankai in person. Hinata's mental image grew taller in an instant. The branch family members who dare to contradict the clan, Hikari Hinata is the first one. The branch family members were treated unfairly, and no one in the branch family dared to speak out, but Hinata Hikari did. In the end, it not only saved the face of the branch family, but also gave the branch family a great benefit, Bagua Kongjang. As a result, no one dared to despise Hinata Hikaru anymore. In the past, he was neurotic, but now, in their eyes, he was unique and stood out from the crowd. Being arrogant means being righteous and daring to resist injustice. Hinata Hisashi's obedience to Hinata Hikaru's command was taken for granted by everyone. Besides Hikaru Hinata, who among the younger generation is qualified to serve as Hikaru Hinata. And now, Hinata Hikari was walking around the mansion with Namikaze Minato and Nosatsu. Ga. This is the scroll storage room. There are many books in it that are not available outside. Namikaze Minato, whichever one you like, just borrow it and read it. Hinata Hikaru waved her hand and said as if she had built the scroll storage room. Namikaze Minato's eyes lit up. One of his hobbies is reading, and he reads in his spare time. As for most of the training, it is naturally left to the cheating shadow clone. Or you can do it the other way around, practicing in the main body and reading in the shadow clone. Namikaze Minato nodded hurriedly. From now on, you will have an excuse to visit the Hyuga clan from time to time, Nosatsu said with an expressionless expression, meaning something. Namikaze Minato has too many love rivals. Ahem. Namikaze Minato coughed repeatedly. When the situation was almost over, Hinata Hikaru ran to the courtyard where the branch family gathered and found the branch Jounin. The branch Jounin was stunned when he saw Hinata Hikaru. What's the matter? Humph. Hinata Hikari snorted vigorously, and nodded her little head vigorously. Do you want to renege on your debt after I performed for you? Give me the appearance fee. Deadbeat. What repudiation? Namikaze Minato and Namatsu were puzzled, but the next moment they realized what Hinata Hikari was talking about. Ninjutsu scroll. Yes, I must owe the ninjutsu scroll again. Namikaze Minato and Nasomatsu looked at each other. Hinata Hikari has no advantage and cannot afford to be early, it has almost become a part of her temperament. Unless Hinata Hikaru voluntarily redresses the injustice, she will not do anything that is not beneficial. Ahem. The branch Jounin coughed and walked immediately. He didn't want to be haunted by Hinata Hikari forever. People were coming and going in the streets of Konoha, and the dusk afternoon felt a little cooler. Hikari Hinata, the Jounin of the branch family walking beside, shouted. What's the matter? Gaga. Hyuga Kazukai is most likely the one responsible for targeting you. Lord Ryutatsu has already taught him a lesson. You must not be jealous of the entire Hyuga clan because of this, the Jounin of the branch clan told him. Hey, do you think this leader is the kind of person who is ignorant? Hinata looked at him with very contemptuous eyes. Being looked at by such a cute child like this, anyone who is not a person with special hobbies will feel his heart aching. It hurts my heart to separate Jounin families. Ahem, Hinata Hikaru, I'm still a little confused. Why did you expose Hinata Fuka's disguise on the spot? As the saying goes, keep a thin line in life so that we can meet each other easily in the future. The branch Jounin asked curiously. Humph. Hinata Hikaru flicked her sleeves, feeling a little angry, but there was no doubt that even if she was angry, she still looked very cute. Except Elder Liang Chen, the other sect members are all enclosing their territory to protect themselves. They know clearly that Hyuga Feng is wrong, but no one comes out to correct it. Apparently, because this leader is a branch of the family, they look down on this leader and think that he is not worthy of their war. If I don't expose him on the spot and fall out with him, do I have to compete with an old man at the age of 9? This is not a palace drama. Namikaze Minato and Nosatsu realized something. On that day, Danzo Shimura was willing to give in, but Hikaru Hinata turned against him. I'm afraid it was also because of this reason. This is called, others are playing chess, but Hinata just flips the table. Play your sister's game. This leader doesn't want to play anymore. Any villain who doesn't follow the routine will be pissed off. It's easy to dodge open guns and hard to guard against hidden arrows. In my opinion, he is not a good person anyway. He will fall out sooner or later, So why not do it right away? Hinata Hikaru is very busy. She has to practice and do tasks. She doesn't have much spare time to play scheming games with other old people. If you don't accept it, we'll turn against you, and if it doesn't work, we'll make gestures, it's that simple. But the branch Jounin pondered for a moment. You are no match for Hinata Fukai, if Elder Liang Chen hadn't arrived just now. Quack. Hinata Hikaru suddenly stopped, and along with it, the Jounin of the separate family also stopped subconsciously, as well as Namikaze Minato and Namatsu. The cute little face in front of me has a slightly retarded expression that seems to be a smile but not a smile. You think this leader is stupid? If I can't defeat him, why can't I run away? A good man won't suffer the loss in front of him. If you feel comfortable with scolding him, leave. Shameless. Very shameless. However, the Jounin of the separate family felt, damn it, what Hinata Hikaru said made sense. If you can't beat me, you can run. Do you know the Earth Release Ninjutsu? The branch Jounin asked weakly. Hinata Hikaru showed very unhyuagate jutsu such as Konoha Whirlwind, so, it can be guessed that he has learned some special life-saving ninjutsu. My leader doesn't know how to escape, but I have a detonating talisman. Hinata said very seriously. Hinata JoJo's Bizarre Konoha Adventure. Author, Chaos Theory. Chapter 371. Hiss. The branch Jounin took a breath. Was Hinata Hikaru planning to throw the detonating talisman to blow up the dojo and then walk away? Such a bold act, think about it, she can really do it? A male sign. This world is too chaotic male sign, and there are always people who want to depose this leader. I must work hard to improve my strength, the C-level scrolls can't improve my strength much, so you can just give me more. A B-level scroll is enough for the leader. Hinata Hikaru naturally made demands on the branch Jounin. Okay, this is very shameless and very Hyuga. Before the words of the branch Jounin were spoken, Hinata Hikaru said again, if you don't agree, then next year's family competition, I will have no choice but to let go. Separate Jounin. In the end, under Hinata's coaxing, deception, and coercion, the reward that was supposed to be 2 B levels, turned into 3 B level rewards. The Jounin of the separate family has spent a lot of money. His heart hurts. Quack. Hinata patted his lower back. Anyway, you just need to do a set of military, soft, fists. You are from the noble Hyuga clan. The Hyuga clan is the best in the soft fist and taijutsu ninja world. There is no need to exchange B-level scrolls. You give all the redemption times to this leader, and I will remember your kindness. Hinata thought again. What's your name? The Jounin of the branch family finally spat out a mouthful of old blood. At the mission release area, Nara Zhenyuan was leaning at the door. Come again and again, why is it you again? Nara Shinjin frowned. This little guy must have been here too many times. In his entire life, he has never seen a ninja who redeemed his money so frequently. Hinata Hikaru has redeemed it almost a dozen times, is it too much to bite off? I saw Hinata shaking his head and saying, there is no way, there are always people in this world rushing to contribute scrolls to our leader. The branch Jounin wanted to say something, but in the end he couldn't say it because what Hinata Hikaru said was right. He was indeed rushing to contribute the scroll to Hinata Hikaru, and he had to swallow back the things he did with tears in his stomach. Well, what do you exchange for this time? 3 B levels. Because Nara Zhenyuan was too shocked, his loud voice suddenly spread out. Hinata clearly saw that a guard umbu hanging from the ceiling almost fell down. No loud noises, the umbu said very unhappily. Nara Shinjin immediately blushed and whispered to the Jounin of the branch family, you can really spoil a child. The Jounin of the family was separated and couldn't express the pain. After that, Nara Shinjin muttered, turned around and opened the door, the world is different, I don't understand the world of today's young people. There was no way, he had never seen such a naughty child. After opening the door with the word "B" written on it, Hinata Hikaru cheered and ran in. Naragenuan shook his head repeatedly. Hikari Hinata, you are just a Chuyunin, do you have enough chakra? 90% of B-level ninjutsu cannot be used without the chakra amount of a Jounin. It is recommended that you choose the B-level shadow clone technique that can be used by children. This technique does not require too much chakra and belongs to the remaining 10%. Hinata Hikaru heard Naragenuan's kind reminder, and immediately turned around and said with a smile on his face, my leader has a vast amount of chakra, and I have a B-level cricket ninjutsu. I mainly learn a method that consumes chakra the most ninjutsu. Well, the problem is coming. Which B-level ninjutsu consumes the most mana? In other words, the B-level ninjutsu that consumes the most mana and can be used by Hinata Hikari. So, why not ask about the magical Namikaze Conch? This is a water escape technique. Namikaze Minato raised his finger and the know-it-all began to explain. Water release, water dragon bullet jutsu is probably the most chakra-consuming technique among B-level ninjutsu. But before Namikaze Minato finished speaking, Hinata Hikaru was very excited and found the B-level water release and water dragon bullet jutsu from the water release ninjutsu shelf. This ninjutsu is very powerful. Hinata Hikaru gasped and said that this ninjutsu was so terrifying. It actually takes 44 seals to perform. The maximum speed for ordinary people to form seals is 5 seals per second. My leader is a genius who can form 6 seals per second. 44 divided by 5, 6. It takes 8-9 seconds to complete. Hinata Hikaru has never seen such a complicated ninjutsu. In her little head, which is not well informed, the more seals required for a ninjutsu, the more powerful the ninjutsu is. This is Hinata's brain circuit. She was already imagining how powerful she would look after she used the water dragon bullet. But the problem is, Namikaze Minato said calmly. But the problem is that Hinata has learned it. With memories of her past life, the first B-level ninjutsu she learned was water release, water dragon bullet jutsu. Therefore, when I see this ninjutsu again, I remember it more than anything else. In Namikaze Minato's opinion, he didn't know who was wise enough to invent this ninjutsu. A ninjutsu takes 9 seconds to complete. Isn't this insane? On the battlefield, if you react carelessly in 1 second, you may die. How about 9 seconds? The speed of Jounin is extremely terrifying, and the speed of Taijutsu is above the level of ordinary Chuyunin. Which enemy will give you 9 seconds to form a seal? This ninjutsu may be used for long-range bombing, but it cannot be used against opponents of the same level, or even opponents stronger than oneself. Think about it, 2 Jounin are using B-level ninjutsu against Todoroki. It takes 2 seconds for one person to complete a B-level ninjutsu, and the one with water dragon bullet takes 9 seconds. Isn't this looking for death? Hot chicken, hot chicken, hot chicken. In Namikaze Minato's opinion, the B-level water release and water dragon bullet jutsu is a useless ninjutsu. Just don't put it here. Learn this, Hikari-san, this is good. Namikaze Minato walked to the Taijutsu shelf and picked up a Taijutsu scroll. B-level Konoha's powerful whirlwind. Among E, D, C, and B-level Taijutsu, this is the fastest move to perform. All other Taijutsu at these 4 levels will be instantly killed by Konoha's powerful whirlwind. The most powerful thing is, after it is completed in the later stage, it can be evolved into the A-level Gaki Konoha Vajra Power Whirlwind. In the original work, Akai relied on the evolved A-level Taijutsu Gaki Konoha Vajra Power Whirlwind, which was so fast that Uchiha Obito, a single Samsara-eyed single Kamui, had no time to suck away Naruto Uzumaki with his divine power. It can be said that as soon as the eyes see it, this physical technique is in front of them. It is so exaggerated that it can restrain the absorption function of divine power during a fight. This is a ninjutsu that is extremely buggy. You are listening to Novels at Bless Up channel. Wish you happiness and luck. Please subscribe to receive new novels. How do you feel about this novel? Please like and leave a comment. Hinata JoJo's Bizarre Konoha Adventure. Author, Chaos Theory. Chapter 372. It can be said. He basically stands at the pinnacle of the Konoha-ryu taijutsu invented by Senju Tobirama. Although it cannot be compared with the 8-gate Dunjia. But under normal circumstances, this basic ninjutsu is the strongest. Of course, users are required to have extremely high physical skills and physical fitness. And I'm afraid even Senju Tobirama didn't think of it when he invented this taijutsu. In later generations, someone was able to polish and upgrade this taijutsu, sublimating it into a stronger A-level Gaki Konoha Vajra Power Whirlwind. Such a powerful taijutsu cannot be learned by ordinary jounin because of insufficient quality. Just think about who its inventor is. Senju Tobirama of the Senju clan. Only Senju Tobirama with such a powerful body and divine speed can easily perform this move. Under the tempering of the fluctuations of murderous intent, Hinata's physical strength has increased infinitely. In addition, as a master of physical arts, he can easily learn this move that others cannot. In addition, this move has a bonus against the Uchiha clan. First, let's look at how this move is released. Flying at an incredible speed, jumping up with a backspin kick, and kicking out in the opposite direction. This move is specially used to kick people in the face. One kick will ruin your appearance. For the Uchiha clan who rely on their appearance to make a living, this move is a fatal blow. Oh! Hinata Hikaru subconsciously followed Namikaze Minato's deception. Oh no, it was an explanation, looking at the explanation of the taijutsu. I saw. At the end of the inscription, there is a pen written by Jian Shufei Jian. This taijutsu is a taijutsu that I have invented after decades of practical discussions with friends of the Uchiha clan. It is specially designed to overcome blind lifting. The Sharingan can see it, but the body cannot react. This taijutsu, aka, friends. Affection. Break. Yan. Leg. Friendship is ruined. Nidame Hokage, you are so sexy. You are so bad. In order to rectify the Uchiha, Senju Tobirama really took great pains. From the E-level Millennium Kill, to the B-level Fire Seal, Konoha's Strength Whirlwind. Is there anything that the second Hokage Senju Tobirama can't invent? A complete set of supporting taijutsu and ninjutsu, ensuring that the learner can beat and humiliate Uchiha from the ninja school days. Ninja to Jounin. As long as we follow the footsteps of the great leader Senju Tobirama, we can defeat Uchiha. Alas! Hinata shook his head. Minato Namikaze, are you stupid? Oh, I forgot. Namikaze Minato scratched his hair. He forgot that Hinata also knows this taijutsu. So, just look at something else. Just when Namikaze Minato was flipping through the ninjutsu on the shelf, the separated Jonin and Nara Shinjin felt baffled. The conversation between the two was anticlimactic and looked like a coded message. Hinata looked at Nosatsu. Namatsu shook his head. Namikaze Minato and I don't have as much chakra as you, so we don't need to be considered. Compared to B-level scrolls, we need more practical training. In other words, they had delayed for too long and had to quickly go on a B-level mission. Although training can improve your strength, without actual combat, it is just talk on paper. Quack, it doesn't matter. Hinata waved her hands. If you don't need it now, you can use it in the future. Yes song. In the end, Hikaru Hinata picked 3 B-rank scrolls. They are: Water Release Water Formation Wall. A 360-degree defensive ninjutsu is spitted out from the mouth. The defense range is wider than Earth Escape and Earth Current Wall. This move can be used not only to protect yourself, but also to protect your teammates. The user is naturally sunlight. Wind release vacuum wave. A breath like a sickle and weasel came out of his mouth. This is a ninjutsu that can be gradually strengthened with strength. If your strength reaches cage level, if you continuously use the evolved version of vacuum wave, it will be a ninjutsu that can even shake Susanoo. What's even better is that after mastering this ninjutsu, you can attach a small amount of wind escape breath to shuriken or kunao to form a very terrifying weapon. It consumes less mana and is more efficient. The key is, this ninjutsu belongs to that old man Danzo Shimura. Hinata Hikaru was very proud to bring Shimura Danzo's ninjutsu and gave it to Namikaze Minato. I wonder how Shimura Danzo would feel when he learned that his ninjutsu was being used by others. I patted the dust on the scroll. It was obvious that this scroll had not been touched for a long time. The reason is simple. Most people choose to give up because of the high difficulty of practicing this ninjutsu. Therefore, only the solitary Shimura Danzo is using this ninjutsu in Konoha. However, Hinata Hikaru believes that the magical Namikaze Konk will definitely be able to learn it. High difficulty? What is that? You and I don't understand the world of Shueishen. The last ninjutsu. Earth release rock Suseng. Shake rocks, stone walls, buildings, and the like to cause them to collapse. This jutsu is perfect for Nosatsu. Because most of his attacks have difficulty hitting enemies behind the bunker. This is very painful for a sniper. But Earth Escape Yansubeng completely solved this problem. In the original work, the young Uchiha Obito was crushed under the stone by this move. In this way, each of the three people got a B-level scroll. Hinata Hikari left here happily. After Hinata Hikaru and the others turned around and left, the Jounin of the branch coughed a few times. Nara Zhenyuan, I also want to exchange a few spells. After seeing Hinata Hikaru's performance today, I decided to separate the Jounin families. He also wants to practice taijutsu such as Konoha Tornado. And he believes that many tribesmen will also choose hard boxing in addition to soft boxing after seeing Hinata Hikaru's physical skills. No one knows how big the butterfly effect caused by daylight is. The next day, Hinata Hikari and other clan members listened to Hinata Yoshitatsu's teachings in the family and learned the Bagua Kongjang. Oh, for Hinata Hikaru, it was like reviewing the tutorial again. On the third day, Hinata Hikari, Namikaze Minato, and Nasomatsu were preparing to go to the mission release office. Many ninjas looked in a hurry, and an inexplicable feeling surrounded the three of them. The mission release area, the atmosphere was gloomy, as if something bad had happened. Elder Mito Kaden still sits in that chair, taking over the part-time job of the third Hokage Sarutobi Hiruzen during the war. His already deeply frowned brows became even more serious, with many wrinkles appearing. Elder Yan. Namikaze Minato said tentatively. Oh, it's you three. There happens to be a task for you here. Without any explanation, Mito Gate sent a B-level mission to the three of Minato Namikaze. Go to the battlefield. The defense line on the battlefield of Sand Hidden Village lasts for half a month, and the longest is 1 month. The three of them looked at each other, wondering why the mission took so long. Don't ask, go quickly, go now. Mito Minion waved his hand, his expression extremely gloomy. When the three of them turned around, Mito Kadoyan stopped Hinata Hikaru again. Be careful, don't die there. Hinata nodded. Afterwards, the three of them walked out of the hall filled with a heavy atmosphere. Today is August 8th. Looking at the somewhat gloomy sky, Namikaze Minato murmured. August 8th? Is there anything special about this date? Yasong frowned and noticed the date. Quack. Are you finally going to the battlefield? The only one who was excited was probably Hinata Hikari. Hinata JoJo's Bizarre Konoha Adventure. Author, Chaos Theory. Chapter 373. She was really looking forward to her big kill. In fact, August 8th is Rope Tree's birthday. In the original work, the rope tree was blown up by the detonating talisman on this day and lost his life. It should be no problem. Namikaze Minato murmured. In order to solve the problem of the rope tree being blown up by the detonating talisman, Hinata Hikari gave the rope tree a good lesson before. Namikaze Minato nodded, and the three of them embarked on their journey. From here, it takes less than 2 days to get to Tsunagakura village battlefield. As we all know, between the Kingdom of Fire and the Kingdom of Wind, there is the Kingdom of Sichuan. There are no ninjas in the Kawa country, and the terrain is complex and steep. Most of the citizens gather in the south near the sea, while no one survives in the north. This north happens to be the place where Tsunagakura village and Konoha compete with each other. The two sides use the northern part of the country of Sichuan as the battlefield to engage in tentative battles, with large or small battles taking place almost every day. One of the main commanders in charge here is Tsunade. Because of Tsunade's level of medical ninjutsu and medicine, she can very well restrain the toxins used by the ninjas of Tsunagakura village. In addition, Tsunade is good at strange strength, so she can easily destroy the puppet mechanism used by the ninjas of the puppet army of Tsunagakura village. The existence of Tsunade's nemesis made the ninjas of Tsunagakura village hate her with hatred. It can be said that it made them suffer a lot. I hope I'm overthinking. Namikaze Minato glanced back at Konoha, and then quickly followed the rushing Hinata. Konoha, the street of the Uchiha clan. I heard that that man's grandson is also going to the battlefield. Uchiha Takano spoke half-mockingly. But I didn't expect that the grandson of the mighty ninja god would actually be a jackass. Just because the god of ninja is great doesn't mean his grandson is great. Uchiha Kaiokai stood aside with a saber in his hand and an indifferent expression. And on the battlefield, even a shadow may die. Yeah, but I didn't expect that those old guys at the top would really dare to throw Senju Hashirama's only direct bloodline to the battlefield to die. Uchiha Takano shrugged. Now, our Uchiha clan is the largest clan in Konoha. From Uchiha Takano's point of view, Senju no Ju, who was just a genin, was bound to die. The battlefield was simply no place for genin cannon fodder like him to set foot. Let's not talk about it anymore. I just heard from my colleagues in the police department that Hinata Hikaru received a mission to go to the battlefield of Tsunagakura village. Uchiha Waka changed the topic. Uchiha Takano nodded and threw away the cigarette butt. This is a good opportunity to kill her. Let's also contribute to the village. Target, Sand Hidden Village battlefield. Uchiha Takano and Uchiha Waka moved and disappeared from the scene at the same time. Fire Country, forest to the west. Three figures were speeding through the woods. A day and a half had passed since they received the B-level mission to the battlefield. In at most half a day, Hinata Hikari and others can reach the battlefield of Kawa no Kuni. Take a rest first. Namikaze Minato suggested, and the three of them stopped instantly. At noon, the sun hangs in the sky and the air is warm. The temperature here is obviously higher than that of Konoha. This situation will become more obvious after arriving in Kawa no Kuni, because the northern part of Kawa no Kuni lacks vegetation, and the result of being exposed to the sun for a long time is extremely high temperatures. Of course, no matter how high it is, it will never be higher than the Kingdom of Wind, which is covered by yellow sand. Yasong stood on the top of the tree, looked out, and then went to the nearby river to catch fish. Sand Hidden Village. Some scenes in Hinata's memory began to emerge. Tsunagakura village. Namikaze Minato looked into the distance, looking across the void. Tsunagakura village belongs to the Kingdom of Wind and is one of the 5 major countries in the ninja world. The Kingdom of Wind is covered by yellow sand, and there are only scattered oases where people live. Hinata JoJo's Bizarre Konoha Adventure. Author, Chaos Theory. Chapter 375. But Orochimaru was a little puzzled. Why did Shenshu use his shadow clone to travel? Ahead. The shadow clone of the thousand-armed rope tree is in front, and the main body is in the back. Humph. Naoshi snorted hard, with a look of disdain. I don't believe what Hinata Hikari said about me being set to be % killed by the detonating talisman. That must be a lie. Boom. The rope tree was unable to speak. A violent explosion directly swallowed up his shadow clone, and the wind and waves caused the rope tree to fly upside down. The rope tree whined, and the whole person fell hard to the ground. Nani? Orochimaru's eyes suddenly widened. Could there be an enemy? However, this has not yet reached the national border. After the smoke dissipated, Orochimaru stepped forward to observe and discovered. The shadow clone of Roshu had just crashed into a detonating charm trap. Suddenly, Orochimaru fell into deep thought. As for Roshu, who fell to the ground and landed on his butt, his legs began to tremble uncontrollably. Mummy! The rope tree burst into tears. He almost died of fright. Actually, that little psychopath Hinata Hikaru actually got it right. As soon as he went out, he encountered a detonating charm trap. How could such a thing happen? It's so evil. Rope tree. After Orochimaru observed, he turned around and looked at his disciple. Luckily you used your shadow clone to explore the way ahead, otherwise you would have died on the spot without any body parts, haha. Orochimaru raised the corners of his mouth and smiled heartlessly. Teacher Orochimaru. The rope tree began to cry on the spot. It's now time, stop telling cold jokes. The silly Senjinojo and the sinister Orochimaru. The pair of master and apprentice studied the detonating talisman trap. Afterwards, Orochimaru came to a conclusion. An enemy ninja sneaked into the rear. This matter must be reported back to the village. Orochimaru bit his finger and used necromancy to summon a small snake. After that, he wrote the relevant information on a scroll, let the little snake swallow it, and took the scroll back to Konoha. Well, that'll be fine. Orochimaru nodded. His mission is to bring rope trees to support the battlefield. Just leave the job of searching for hostile forces that have infiltrated the country to others. Let's hit the road, rope tree. Orochimaru said and continued to move. However, he was much more careful at this time. It sounds very unlucky to be on the road. Naoshi muttered and dusted himself off. After that, he did not hesitate to form the shadow clone technique. Smoke rose, and an identical clone appeared next to him. The shadow clone nodded towards the rope tree and continued to guide the road ahead wordlessly. Humph, I don't believe it. I don't believe that I can encounter the detonating charm trap twice in a row. Thousand-hand rope tree said viciously. Hours later, Naoki and Orochimaru arrived at the front line against Kyomagakure where Jiraiya was. Along the way, Shenshu's shadow clones were blown up by traps a total of 10 times. Oops. The border between the Kingdom of Sichuan and the Kingdom of Fire. The battlefield against Tsunagakure. Hikaru Hinata, what are you doing? Tsunade crossed her fingers, placed them in front of her lips, and sucked a creature named Commander Akari. And Hinata Hikari was counting her hands with her little fingers. Quack, this leader is calculating how many times a certain unlucky guy will be blown up into the sky by the detonating talisman trap. Tsunade. After coughing a few times, Tsunade. You are listening to novels at Bless Up channel. Wish you happiness and luck. Please subscribe to receive new novels. How do you feel about this novel? Please like and leave a comment. Hinata JoJo's Bizarre Konoha Adventure. Author, Chaos Theory. Chapter 376. Absolutely powerful, even superior to Tsunade, Jiraiya and Orochimaru. According to everyone's speculation, Heitake Sakumo has already half-stepped into the shadow level, and may even have already reached the shadow level. After all, few people have seen Heitake Sakumo truly exert his full strength. Because basically all the enemies I saw were dead. Faced with the competition between his own people, Heitake Sakumo would only stop at it. With more and more legendary additions, Heitake Sakumo's reputation is getting more and more powerful and will soon surpass all the serving jounin in Konoha. If nothing else, Mr. Sakumo should be the most vocal in the election of the 4th Hokage. Most of the Konoha ninjas, including Mumu Koto, thought so. What? Heitake Sakumo scratched his hair, and the white fang scabbard swayed behind his back. I missed so many interesting things. Mr. Sakumo, it's normal for you not to know. Tsunade smiled. On the one hand, the major families and the defeated candidates don't have the face to publicize the results of the last Chuunin exam. On the other hand, Mr. Sakumo, you stayed on the battlefield for too long. Heitake Sakumo has not returned to Konoha for several months. I have always been receiving tasks and executing them. He went deep behind enemy lines many times to assassinate or destroy enemy institutions and personnel. After Namikaze Minato and the others came out of the tent, they walked in the camp. Yasong was obviously a little dissatisfied, because what he wanted more was to go to the front lines of the battlefield. Please be patient, Namatsu-kun, as long as one more day passes. Maybe we will find the enemy on the way to eliminate the trap, and if we allow the enemy to run around behind us, those ordinary people will suffer. Namikaze Minato didn't finish his words, but Namatsu also knew the consequences. It should be said that Namikaze Minato's persuasiveness is X, and the power of his mouth escape is so terrifying. Yasong was immediately moved. Then let's set off immediately. Yasong rushed out with a single stride and rode away from the enemy. Such a tragedy must never be allowed to happen. Namikaze Minato smiled and looked at Hinata Hikaru again. This look made him stunned for a moment. Quack Hinata's eyes were shining and he was counting on his fingers. Can I pick up free detonating charms again? It's amazing. Then, Hinata Hikaru rushed out at a speed that was not inferior to that of Nosatsu. The desire for detonators that can be recycled for free transcends everything else. One piece is 2 taels, one piece is 10,000, and 100 pieces is 2 million. Even if you don't use it yourself, you can sell it to other fellow ninjas in Konoha at a discount. If it's 2 pieces, no one will refuse it. Hinata Hikari was already happy in her heart. As soon as Hinata Hikaru stepped out of the camp, 2 figures immediately stared at her. It was Uchiha Takano and Uchiha Kaike. They arrived here too. After that, the 2 of them walked quietly towards the camp where Tsunade was. A few hours later, Hinata Hikari and others made some progress in their search. Relying on the Byakugan of the Hyuga clan, Hyuga Hikaru did what Namikaze Minato and Namatsu couldn't do at all. In Byakugan's vision, the detonating talisman was obvious. Although due to the seal type, there is no chakra fluctuation unless the detonating talisman is activated, but those rectangular flat white pieces are really not too obvious in the black and white vision. Namikaze Minato, Nasomatsu, you 2 go to the villages near the border to inspect, just teach me here. Hinata Hikaru saw Namikaze Minato and Namatsu struggling, and waved them away. There is no doubt that Namikaze Minato and Namatsu may not be able to find all the traps even if they focus all their attention. They are simply doing a thankless job. But for the safety of their own people, they had to search hard. It can be said that this is a very uncomfortable thing. Hinata JoJo's Bizarre Konoha Adventure. Author, Chaos Theory. Chapter 377. Because Hinata poked her with a stick, the kunoichi let out a low groan and opened her eyes with difficulty. Her injuries looked so severe that she could die at any moment, to the point where she couldn't even speak. Enemy attack. Hinata Hikaru did not choose to investigate, but immediately ran over, intending to perform some simple treatments on her. Bingliang pills, blood-increasing pills, bandages. Hinata Hikaru thought about the medical knowledge he learned during the ninja school, and put his left hand into the ninja tool bag. Hey! At this moment, a low boy's voice came to Hinata Hikaru along the wind with the breath of fire. It's not good to just ignore others. A voice coming from above. Hinata Liang suddenly raised his head, and what he saw was a man standing on top of a tall tree. With the help of the chakra on the soles of his feet, he stepped on the tip of a small branch of the tree trunk above. But generally speaking, this is not possible. With such a small area of just a few centimeters, it is impossible for a person to stand firmly. This can only be said that the opponent's chakra control ability is extremely terrifying. The moonlight shines down on this man. A healthy fair face, the height of an adult man, Konoha's Chuyunin vest, and the Uchiha clan emblem on his shoulders. The visitor put a cigarette in his mouth and lit it with a lighter. The flames reflected his face, matching the hairstyle that looks like Mitsui's dyslexia period. Uchiha Takano. Hinata's eyes suddenly opened wide. Ah, that chop just now was really heavy. She will die soon. The man stretched out his cigarette finger and pointed at the injured Kunoichi. Hikaru Hinata. After that, he turned his gaze and looked at Hinata. I am Uchiha Takano, and my people are under your care. Hinata Hikaru didn't need to think about it at all. He knew who the tribesmen he was talking about were, the ones he had beaten in the past. This woman is injured, what will you do? If you run away, I will say that you killed this woman. As a captain of the Uchiha clan police department, you are a little mentally ill, others will only believe it. Uchiha Takano took a deep breath and blew out the smoke ring. You have only one choice, stay and fight me. The injured woman is the key to ensuring that you cannot escape. I've been watching you for a long time. Uchiha Takano seemed to have taken advantage of Hinata Hikaru. He jumped from the tree and landed easily. The two of them were no more than a meter apart. Including your information, from the ninja school days to the Chunin, the opponents and powerful enemies you defeated. I am different from other idiots. Even if you are just a brat, I will not underestimate you. I know all your information. Uchiha Takano investigated Hinata Hikaru in detail. You have been using the Byakugan for a day. Although the Byakugan is more convenient than the Sharingan, for a pupil family like us, using the eyes for a long time will also cause a lot of load. Uchiha Takano smiled. The implication is that he possesses the Sharingan. You are still hungry. It can be said that your condition is at a low point. A formidable enemy. This kind of time has been specially calculated. Hey, don't look at me like that. Call me despicable or shameless. The only thing I care about is victory. Uchiha Takano threw away the cigarette butt and extinguished it. If it were anyone else, he would immediately and loudly reprimand Uchiha Takano for his despicableness. However, Hinata is different. This measure is necessary to prevent you from escaping, and Uchiha Takano brushed his hair. Those two brats of your teammates, I have asked my companions to deal with them. The Uchiha clan's 3 Megatama Sharingan user, she is more powerful than me. Don't worry, Huan Quan.